Boom shakalaka, market bounces 6% today, but people who call themselves bulls are turning into bears. Here's why. Stay tuned. What's up everyone, Randall here from Crypto Love. Today's video, market correction, but bulls are turning into bears. Exactly why? Before we get into it, like the video, join us on Twitter at Crypto Love, and of course subscribe to the OG Bitcoin and Crypto YouTube channel, making daily videos longer than anybody else. Now today, fear and greed at 20, up from yesterday, definitely up from 2 days ago. But still, there's palpable confusion in the market. The overall market up over 6% today. Bitcoin 85,101, Ethereum 2223, XRP 217, BNB 595, Solana 142, Dogecoin 20 cents, Cardano 64 cents, and Tron 23 cents. And Bitcoin going all the way down to $78,000 before bouncing back to roughly $85,000 where it's sitting right now. And if you take a look, there's two possible scenarios for Bitcoin. They have two very different price predictions for Bitcoin. We'll just make another dot and show you where this one's going to. Can't double that. Okay, well anyways, we'll show you where the other one's going anyways. But if we have a double top like we had last cycle where we got wicked off, this correlates pretty well, and guess what? It basically, you find a little bit of consolidation right where Bitcoin price is right now, and then price drops all the way down to $70,000 by the end of March. However, if we have what we saw in 2017, where price was consolidation, and then the bottom fell through, price went from $6,000 to $3,000, and then all the way back up, well, it's a lot smaller here, but that would have us at right up here, around 108,000 by March. Now, I already threw my hat in the ring saying 108 by March, so we all know which direction it's going, right? Now, that being said, right before Bitcoin did dump, we had record tightness in the Bollinger Bands. The Bollinger Bands had only been tight twice before in history. One time was the kind of the beginning of the bull run back in August of 2023. The other was that exact moment when Bitcoin price tanked from $6,000 to $3,000 back in 2018. So, are we going down? Are we going up? Well, we went down initially, but when will we continue going up? We have some bulls, people who call themselves the bull, becoming very bearish right now. If we take a look at the monthly Bitcoin RSI breaking through a trend line that has marked the top of every single cycle. Now, if that is true, I would just be confused because this would be the first ever cycle where the pi cycle top is not only wrong, but the most wrong it's ever been. This is the widest it's ever been post-halving at like 70-some%. Well, could it be that terribly wrong this time? Or do we just need to be a little bit more patient and maybe this is just a false flag? We also have a bearish engulfing candle for February. Yes, February was one of the worst, actually the worst February in history for Bitcoin. And if $78,000 is not the bottom, it looks like Bitcoin is going to tag the monthly parabolic SAR, which generally means that, changes the direction of the market from going up to going down. Now, is it about to go up? Is this 6% today good? Well, I think there might still be some more shaking the trees. You can see right here, 100x longs already jumping in. After the price comes down, already in there. Well, once they get liquidated again and again and again, and nobody's willing to jump in long with anybody else's money, that's when the market will probably go back up. We can see here that Bitcoin spot volume was highly active around $100,000. Now let's take a look at the other times when it was active. It was active back here at the last peak back in early 2024. But before that, the last time was like the first peak in 2021. This was pretty much the top. So does that mean that this is pretty much the top? Or could we have longer to go? Well, Ki Young Ju says Bitcoin on-chain indicators are at the bull-bear boundary. It's confusing because basically we don't know if it's bullish or bearish right now. It's at the boundary. He expects this to be the longest bull run in history, but could be wrong. We need at least another month of data to confirm whether we're entering a bear market. If demand doesn't recover, indicators may fully signal a downtrend. Now, based on a typical 2-year cycle, the bull market should last until April 2025, which is earlier than some people expect for sure. And the next month or two will be a key turning point for the Bitcoin market. If every indicator confirms a downtrend, he'll admit he was wrong, But as he said earlier, he thinks the chances of dropping below 77,000 are low. Even in the worst case, sees a high probability of consolidating around 77,000 for a few months before moving back up. Don't think going heavy on leverage directional bets long or short is a good move right now. But you know who doesn't care? Yeah, those 100x degen longs. And I mean, what he says right here is interesting. He expects this to be the longest bull run in history, and that is confirmed by the pi cycle top. It has never been wrong before. The wider apart it is, the longer until it crosses. We've already had a pretty long bull run, but this suggests we should continue to have an even longer bull run. Now, that being said, there are some indicators that suggest Bitcoin could be headed up in the short to near term, maybe in about 10 weeks or so, 2.5 months. What's that? Something like that. How are we feeling about this chart of the M2 money supply in correlation with Bitcoin 10 weeks ahead? If you take a look, Bitcoin is here is in red, the M2 money supply is in black. It correlates pretty well, and as money flows in, guess where it flows? Into Bitcoin. Well, guess what? M2 has already taken off. Bitcoin has yet to take off. Maybe in another couple months it'll start to recover. And TechDev posting this, saying that, hey, the global business cycle looking similar to what we've seen previously, each gap getting longer, but we have tagged this bottom line that is the launch point. Touchdown, oh boy, things are about to get crazy, because if this is just a consolidation between $90,000 and $105,000, what we've been seeing for the past couple months, similar to what we saw back here in early 2024, well, that would suggest the next target for Bitcoin, $120,000 to $160,000. So that's all for this episode. If you enjoyed it, like the video. I'll catch you guys later. Have a good one. Love you. Peace.
Boom. Shakalaka.
If you don't think Bitcoin's going to $1 million a coin and then $10 million a coin, you're already a loser.
From now on, if you don't own Bitcoin, you're a moron.